By the end of this speech, hopefully you will have a good idea of what a credit score is and how to maintain one. I should persuade you to maintain a good credit rating. Establishing and maintaining a good credit score is essential to having access to most financial perks. The credit score gives creditors an idea of who they're entrusting their good or service to on the belief that they'll be reimbursed in a timely manner. As a child, the word credit was really never used in my home. Or the term credit, the subject of credit, we didn't even know what credit was until I became 18 and I had to apply for a credit card and a jewelry account. It was fairly easy to a certain extent. In my household, we just always had money. You know, maybe money coming in some kind of way, so credit was really never a subject. So today I'm going to give you a little insight about what it is, how you get it, how you maintain it. It's essential to everybody in here because we're all getting ready to be adults, and we are adults. You're going to want financing from somewhere. All right. InvestorWords.com describes credit or defines credit as a contractual agreement in which a borrower receives something of value now and agrees to repay the lender at some later date. The second definition that I found was from InvestorWords was the borrowing capacity of any individual or company. The borrowing capacity of any individual or company. Credit scores wasn't widely used up until 1980s. Before then, all of the lenders really used their own judgment, which that was really a problem because that's a credit card agreement. Like I said, up until the 1980s, the creditors really used their own judgment as to who got credit, how much they received, or whatnot. There really weren't any credit bureaus used before then, and it was really a hassle. I mean, it was really time-consuming, and it was subject to human error. Good credit, bad credit. Right now, you're at a crossroads. If you don't have any credit established, you can go the bad way and really have a hard time in life, or you can start right now and really get your credit score by doing the things that you need to do. A good credit score is anywhere from between 650 to 850. That's considered good credit. Bad credit is from 500, a lower score of 500, all the way to 620. Now you have a 30-point space in between, from 620 to 650, which is about 30 points. That's in that little space, you may or may not get financing. You may or may not get it. But you're guaranteed financing. You're guaranteed financing from anybody at any time. You're not guaranteed financing at all. And if you are guaranteed, if you do get financing, it's going to be real high. The interest rates will be real high. You have to put a big chunk of money down. Who decides who gives you credit? Who decides your credit score? The credit bureaus do. And there are three major credit bureaus. You have Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Every creditor that you have reports to these either 15 days or every 30 days. They report to, if not all three, two of the three. All right? So anytime you go get credit or to try to apply for credit, the person that you're applying for credit with, they're going to go to one of these companies and they're going to pull your credit score. They're going to pull your credit score. They're going to pull your credit history. Example, good credit, low interest. If you have good credit score, you have low interest. Let's just say you have, this is just basic. Let's say you have a $250 principal, your interest would be $50, your payment would be $300. All right? But if you have bad credit, it goes up. It goes up. Same principal, but now you're paying $150 in interest. Now look at your payment. All because you didn't want to pay your bills on time. And that's what it all boils down to, really. Buying a car. Look at this guy. Nice car, no down payment. Why? Because he has good credit. You can go to any name brand, any credible car lot. Palm Bay Ford, Urban over there in Merritt Island. I mean, look at the car, man. Look at it, he's got a smile on his face. No money down. Now, you got bad credit, guess what? You're gonna come out your pocket, you're gonna have to pay about $2,500 down, and you got to go to the used car lot, which is a buy here, pay here most of the time. And let me tell you something, when you go to these car lots, the car lots and the cars look just like the people selling. Look how that sign look. That's just how the car's gonna look, and that's just how the people gonna look that's selling you the car. Which, on the opposite street, look at that. Clean, the cars smell clean, they look good, they are good. There is no doubt in your mind that you're going to get a good car. That is not the case. Pay your creditors on time. Pay your creditors on time. That's how you get a good credit score. Pay your bills on time. That's really what it boils down to. Don't pay your bills on time. And don't overextend your income. Don't get underwater. Don't get bogged down, or don't let debt, don't let debt hold you down. Don't let it stress you out. Don't overextend. Conclusion. What is a good credit score? Anywhere from 620 to 850. What is a poor credit score? Anywhere from 620 to from 350 to 620. Don't run from your bills. Pay your bills. If you don't remember anything else, pay your bills on time, and you won't have anything to worry about. If you do pay your bills on time, you cut your interest rates in half. You cut them in half. You know, when you cut your interest rates in half, you'll be able to enjoy some of the finer things in life. I mean, you'll be able to, with no stress, no hassle, no nothing. And the bottom line is you get more money in your pocket. Look at all that dough, man. All because you paid your bills on time. It saves you money. And no matter what, don't believe that just because you make a whole lot of money that you're not going to want financing. That is a lie. You have NBA players out there that's living in mansions, but guess what? They have their houses financed, most of them. You want credit cards? Guess what? You got to apply, right? So, pay your bills on time. Maintaining a good credit score is essential to taking advantage of the financial perks when making purchases and conducting business transactions. Establish a good credit relationship with potential long-term creditors by paying your bills on time. This will give you an A1 credit rating and a lower percentage rate on your interest when making purchases. And again, when you establish a good relationship with creditors, you can always go back to them in the future, and you shouldn't have a problem. My name is Gordon McCray, and I hope you are persuaded to maintain good credit.